Well, good afternoon, my TPC. It's here again, that Friday. For some of you, that'll be it now for Christmas. You'll be feet up, enjoying the festive season, no doubt. Well, housekeeping today, as always. It's Friday, it's Falcon Friday. I've got my Falcon Extra, and in it, I've got some which I absolutely love this stuff. Solani, aged Burley Flake. It's a hell of a smoke, it really is. You've just got that molasses, I think I used to call it, like walking into a building where shape of bean, but look at that flake, it's just like a broad flake. Good enough to eat nearly, yeah. But it's a really, really good smoke. And I do like my Burleys, I do. And it's nearly Christmas time, and I might be opening a packet of that Burley morning pipe. Treat myself. Well, I've been round my more traps today. I've only got a few set. I did that I've just come back in. I've not been back in. Another attic trap round with buildings. And then this morning, about dinner time, I had a visitor. And do you remember, I got a bottle of whiskey last week that, Glenn Fiddick from Steve from Chronicles of a Half-Wit. It's a hell of a good name, is that? Anyway, him and his wife called in to see us on the way back up to Scotland. And they brought me a hunter's pie as well. So I'll be enjoying that. And he's as daft as a bloody brush, he really is. But he's a really, really nice guy. And what he's working on, I'm not even going to spoil it, but it's when he gets it finished, it's... I'm still laughing when I was watching it earlier on. But he hasn't got it finished, but... It's really, really well thought out and really well put together, and it's absolutely... It's gonna be epic, you know what I mean? And it's Chronicles of a Half-Wit. I'll leave Steve's details in my description box, and look him up and subscribe him, because when this video comes out, it's going to be good, put it that way. So yeah, they're stopped for a bit, and they're heading back to the Highlands of Scotland. So it's I think he said about a 6 or 7 hour trip back up there, because he's been back down home to Yorkshire. He's a Yorkshire lad, and he's been down there for a week, and then he's obviously heading back up to Scotland. So I hope he has a safe trip. I hope it hasn't put him out too much coming round this way, because obviously, you know, it all adds to the time travelling home, doesn't it? But it was good of him to call in. Very good of him. I've got my wrong glasses on. So, oh dear mate. Weather today, it's the shortest day today, isn't it? 20, I think it's shortest. Is it shortest day today or shortest day tomorrow? What date are we? I can't remember. Well, anyway, whichever day it is, it's either today or tomorrow. I can't remember whether it's 20th or 21st today. But the days will start to draw out a bit now, and we'll be back into spring before we know it. It is a good tobacco, this. If you can get some of this Solani, if you do like your Burleys, It is. It's a terrific smoke. It really is good. And I was watching some of your videos last night, and I was tired. I was absolutely buggered last night. I was just tired. Whether it's weather, I'm still aching. Better than I was, but I'm still aching, and I was out for a count. I was watching videos, and then next thing I knew, it was about 6:30 this morning. So yeah, this weekend, just be checking me traps. I think weather's got to get a bit mucky this weekend, but we just got to take it as we find it, don't we? And apart from that, there's not a right lot to talk about. I'm just putting my face up, so you know I'm here. I might open one of them bottles this weekend and have a wade around. I've been a good lad, you know, I haven't opened any yet. So, and all the kids will be finished from school today. They'll be getting excited, won't they? That's what it's all about though, isn't it? Christmas for kids. It's watching the excitement build up as the big day arrives. I remember when I was a lad, we weren't allowed what we used to go, we called it the sitting room. It was like some people call it the lounge, but it was our main area. We used to go sit and watch television. Nobody was allowed in that room, especially me, until I've had something to eat. All the jobs were done. Cows were milked and everything else, because my dad and I used to go milk cows and make sure everything was fed up, and we used to double feed on a Christmas day, so we didn't have to go back out and like feed up again in the afternoon. But obviously cows still had to be milked in the afternoon, but all the jobs had to be done. They'd get up early and then eventually, once everybody had something to eat, then we were allowed into the sitting room to go and open the presents. I was a bit of a jammy bugger, mate, like, because I always I got a lot of stuff. You know, I can't. My mum and dad, you know, I mean, there's no way I can complain what they used to buy me for Christmas, like. But whereas having, you know, there's like a caravan site on the farm. You used to get presents from the people from the caravan site because you had like static residential, static caravans, and they were allowed to come from 6 months a year, whatever it was, you know, they come and stay, but they used to buy me presents as well, so I always did bloody well, like at Christmas. And we always got a stocking with an orange and an apple and some nuts in the bottom and a few coins in the bottom. That was always a tradition. And I remember one year, it'd been tight. It was probably 80s, early 80s, somewhere around there, and early 80s. And things had been tight, like, you know, and come Christmas morning, there wasn't a lot to open. We got told that things had been tight, and, you know, I had a motorbike at the time, a little one I used to ride around the farm, but I was growing out a bit. And really, I could have done with another one. And we did go to see this one. And we came back and my father said, it's how much, you know what I mean, it's too much. He said, you know, you're just going to have to make it down. And he accepted it, and that was it. And anyway, that Christmas morning, you know, I went into the sitting room, and yeah, there wasn't as many presents, but, you know, it was understandable. We were getting older. We knew there was no big man anymore, like, you know. And so we opened presents and everything else, and that was it. Got on with things. It must have been nearly dinner time. And my mother said, well, you go into the back room, what we used to call it the little end, into the little end and go and get a packet of Paxo stuffing. And I went in, opened that door, and what was in there? That motorbike my dad said he couldn't afford. Aye. It was a Fantic 125 trials bike. By God, I love that bike. And I could pull wheelies I could pull wheelies on the back of that on that bike. If the first person as far as I could see, I could nearly steer it. I used to go through my uncle's field, they called it 10-acre field. I'd set up at the bottom at the back field, I'd steer it through the gate into the next field, then into the next field at the back wheel. Putting a lot of pressure on the back cog like, but I love that bike. But yeah, that was one Christmas I do remember, that Fantic 125. And yeah, good old days. And yeah. Not Star Wars, Astro Wars, do you remember that one? It was a Space Invaders game. Space Invaders game. I've still got that actually up in the attic. It's still all boxed up. Astro Wars, MB Games, I think it was made by. And also that Simon was like a round thing, had different flashing lights, and you had to press it in the same sequence they used to light up. I've still got that in the attic, boxed up. Probably worth an outlay, but it's still up there. But yeah, good old days. Let's hear about a Christmas you enjoyed. Something like that, eh? Christmas time, you know, you remember a present which you didn't expect to get, but you got. I think that'd be a good. Yeah, well, yeah, just a Christmas present you wanted, but you didn't think you'd get, but you got anyway, and just rattle up some memories. It'd be a good video and a good listen, won't it? Anyhow, guys, 12 minutes, far too long for me. I'm rambling and babbling on about bugger all, as per usual. Well, I'm going to go for a shower. The dogs are fed. They've just had a drink at near through there. So that's me. And I'm going to have my hunter's pie for me tea, what Steve brought me. Anyway, look Steve up, as I say, Chronicles of a Half-Wit. If you haven't subscribed to him, watch some of his videos. He is as daft as a bloody brush like. And, but yeah, that video, what he's doing, it's going to be funny. Right, I'm finishing now. It's 13 minutes, it's just gone. Have a great weekend. Whatever you're doing, be safe. You know, it's Christmas time. If you're out in the cars, just you be careful, because, you know, especially over 8 Place and what have you, they have a Christmas crackdown and it's just not worth it. So as always, be kind to each other, because if we're all kind to each other, we all get on. Alright everyone, have a brilliant weekend. You might see me over the weekend, I don't know, but whatever you're doing, enjoy it. I'll see you later. Ta-da.